Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the canyon. Welcome back to another installment of, I can't remember which side it comes in from. Let's go. From the comments. An installment of From the Comments where people, they won't let up, man. And I am, I guess the best turn of phrase that I could think for it is begrudgingly thankful, because I am energy conserving by default. So there are things that I might not do or test if left to my own devices, because I get into an internal conflict, a turmoil over wanting to find out and not wanting to put in the effort to find out. So today we're testing a trio of tires and inserts, and I did find a way to conserve some energy, which is we're not going to swap beadlocks around. So we're not fulfilling every comment, we're fulfilling some. So we've got three boys. You're familiar with this one. This is the Injora Pro Comp. This Injora Pro Comp is now currently fitted with a trimmed down version of this Canyon Soft. Just like this, only trimmed, obviously, to fit in there. This is too wide and too tall. So we got trimmed up in there. They were formerly on the Injora silicone molded inserts. The silicone molded inserts are now inside here. I think you can see the bright gleaming blue through the vent hole. Honestly, they fit better in here. Like, this tire is easier to mount all around. But these fill the sidewall better. They're not as... And, I mean, they feel pretty good. I don't think this is going to grip as well as that. And I think it 100% comes down to compound. I think their newer compounds are better than their older compounds. Also, we got them on the Splash Anno wheels because, you know, we blingin'. And the third of the trio, and by third, I mean the first, is y'all, like Gretchen and Fetch, man. You want the Chanmoos to happen. So, cutting the Chanmoos, oh, look at that big chunk. Cutting the Chanmoos is infuriating because the lugs are so big. I can't do the cutting with these, my preferred tool of choice. They won't fit around the lug. So I had to chop the lugs off with body scissors, curved Lexan body scissors. And you can't get, I mean, body scissors are not flush cutters, so you can't get down there as close. They are then filled with Proline memory foams, just what comes in every Proline 4.75. So these are squishy mush. And I found out, is this one of them? A couple of these, I got better as time went on, but a couple of these have some holes cut straight through the lug into the carcass. And underneath the lug, the carcass is really, relatively speaking, the carcass is very thin. So these feel a lot more pliable now that they have some lug cut out. I was absolutely ready to just take these out and commit them to the skewers. And I think the biggest, it was a problem in that there was so much lug. And we've cut about half the lug out. They look kind of okay now. And I don't think I ruined the aesthetic of them too much. But I think the compound is culprit number one. So even with all that cut out, I don't know if we're getting anywhere. Oh, I wasn't paying attention when I cut them. So you can kind of see shiny versus non-shiny. I cut a big lug out on this side. And instead of just cutting the opposite lug out, I cut out the next one over. So I sort of inadvertently made them directional. So we're going to do them with the big cutout lug to the outside. So I made sure to make 2 of each. We're going to do them with the big lug to the outside because I have that elements of OCD going where as soon as I saw that the first one was semi-asymmetrical, I was like, well, we have to make the rest of them matchingly semi-asymmetrical. I don't think it's going to help. I also... Whoa, easy there, buddy. I also... It is possible to have two thoughts in the head at the same time. I don't think it's going to make it worse. I just don't think it's going to make it better. So we're going to go... I'm laying myself on the line again. I mentioned to someone in a comment that when I tested the Crazy Hobby fake Hyrax and the Chanmoos, look at me almost out of frame right here. I tested the Hyrax first and then these because I genuinely thought that these were going to do... How about we frame it? There. I genuinely thought these were going to do something. So I was like, I'll test the worst one and then I'll test one and maybe it'll be better. And it was not. It was really bad. Really, these were really bad. So, I am going to make that same hubristic movement again, which is, I'm assuming these are going to be the worst. I'm assuming that these are going to be improved, but not dramatically. And I think these will be every bit as good, if not better, than they were on these. Because these, see what I can do? I think these will take great advantage of that. So we're going to do these. Chanmoo! The Chanmoo Chop. And the Injora Swap. And we're going to see if any of this works. These feel good. These feel good. These actually, they felt good before. They just don't grip worth a damn. So, nothing to do but figure out where some rocks are. I've concluded executively that we'll do 4 hits. We'll go in a little, what shape is this? I don't know. Almost an S. Slick rock, staircase, side hill, Daphne's, SSSD, and then Daphne's. That's what we're gonna do. Even though I think, and man, boy, would I love to be proven wrong here. I think that it's academic when it comes to the Chanmoo. Well, it's already better. It's not great. Okay, no, I don't even think it's better. No, these are horrendous. I'm genuinely trying to judge, is there any more traction in there at all? There's more lug noise. Yeah, I can't. I don't even think I can get up. They're so bad. They're so bad. Let me get into the spot. That's cruise control. I'm doing I don't think they have anything in them, you know? Oh, come on. I mean, I don't have a foam basically softer than this. I had thought maybe the next step would be, okay. The next step might be no foams on 2.2s. But I mean, they're so terrible. Looks so good, works so bad. I have no idea. I was panning out. I have no idea why. These have virtually no chance of making this. Okay, if you shuttle over there, Yeah, we could be here all day, and I would never make it to the top of that. I'm still trying to find affordable oil of wintergreen to see how soft I could get a tire like this, to see if anything will happen, or if it's a situation where the compound is so bad, there's just no saving it. He's got a fairly decent score on the side hill. If I remember correctly, it was their best score, good width. It didn't fold over. Oh yeah. We're open cell now, so they're way worse at this. And this is the only thing that they were sort of good at before. Because now that big side lug just folds over. Oh, also self-righting, yeah. Just a blip of reverse and it's back onto its wheels. No, it's absolutely ghastly. It's kind of impressive how low the traction is. They just... Yeah. Yeah, bounce it. Come on. One of the, I mean, if anybody's in the mood for a year-end list, one of the worst tires of 2023, if not the worst tire of 2023. That was all cruise control. Back onto his wheels via cruise control. Yeah, these the Chanmoos are irredeemable. They're not. They cannot be salvaged. And the sheer amount. If you could melt that rubber back down, you could make like a whole tire out of what I cut off of this set of 4. And they don't feel any different. They really don't. I thought we would see something. I mean, we saw something, but you know what I mean. All right, KLeRMs. As I mounted these, I was going in my head, not aloud. I'm not that, it's too early in the day to be that crazy. I'll talk to myself aloud later. I was thinking, these are heavier than the Chanmoo, forgetting that the Injora inserts, the silicone inserts, are like 70 grams a piece. So it makes sense. All right. That should pull right there. That should pull. You got... So, I'm going to say, in stark opposition, contrast to bench feel, they're too stiff. Baseline needs to weigh like 1.5 pounds more. Which is doubly surprising, as the contact patch on this is pretty small. But they're definitely worse than they were on the Canyon Customs. This is not an improvement. Maybe if you're in the like 7, like you got to get close to that 4 kilo mark. 7+ pounds for sure in this combo. I think it's carcassal thickness. The carcass is thicker, the insert is stiffer. You need the thin, reactive carcass of the Pro Comp to take advantage of these if you're under like 7 pounds. I now feel these also have next to no chance to make this. Yeah, there's too much energy return. And in spite of feeling like they fit better, I get apparently the insert to retire relationship between the Pro Comp and the silicone molded is much better than this. If you're out there and you're testing the KLeRM with the Injora silicone, this is terrible. Like I am stuck. Let me know what you're running. This is awful. These got not just a little worse, not marginally worse, significantly worse. I feel like he needs a hard body to try to take advantage of these. The energy return is too much. And I think the biggest problem overall with the KLeRM is they were so good on the included OE foam. And everything that we've tried, they haven't gotten better. Like, yeah, see. Like they're making them more slippery. Can we pull it? No. No. No? Oh! Well, that's a glimmer of hope. A small sparkle, which I hope at the very least translates a little bit over to Daphne's, because these at the staircase were abysmal. So there's at least one glimmer of hope, which is I can't conceive of a scenario where the Pro Comps will be worse than this. So we will at the very least get to end on a high note. My recent tire tests have been, I think the technical term is soul-sucking. There we go. Okay. Someone in the comments said that Injora is working on sub 4 kg versions of this. Oh man, you gotta get some of those in my hands, because sub 4 kg is my entire fleet minus I think 2, maybe 3, so not even anywhere near 10%. 8% of the fleet is that heavy. So we're asking a lot of these. They are too firm. Baseline needs his whole bed full of rocks or something. This was not progress. Please, universe, let us end this on a high note. I'm honestly still set aback a little by that ludicrous performance just put on by the KLeRMs with the inserts. I get, we're just going to chalk it up to weight. And I honestly, I don't have a vehicle that I could throw that combo on and take advantage of that weight. We've got some stuff with really heavy front axles. I could see if that makes it any better, but the KLeRM is really sliding down the list now that the Pro Comp is a thing that exists. I mean, it's just better. It's better at everything. I'm still knocking the dirt out of them. This feels closer to the OE single stage than the silicone did, because he's basically not heavy enough for them. They felt good. Do I think this feels better? Yes. This is this is behaving a little bit more like open cell, because the reticulated polyethylene is a little bit more like open. I mean, it is open cell. Yeah, this is, thank God this is better. I don't know what I would have done had these been as bad. Get up. Like, it's not just that they and he combined are doing it. It's that from when I got onto the little wall section, I knew it was going to make it. Like, maybe I willed it a little bit. Uh-oh. Anybody else think that bumper is stuck in the chain link fence? Just like a little bit? And not just stuck, a bona fide two-hander. We're stuck on the sign? Yeah, we were. Yeah, these feel nice. These feel nice. I think he will still get the silicones back. Well, not him. I think these tires will get the silicones back for whatever they end up on, even if we have to build something to fit them. These feel really good, but it's no fuss, no muss to just put the silicones in. Okay. This isn't a big enough improvement, is what I'm saying. And of course, I say that right before we go onto the side hill. And the Injora silicones did not do well on the side hill. They did pretty poorly. I mean, already, I feel like my maneuverability on the side hill is better. I don't know how much we're going to transfer crush. I'm trying to stay in it, but slow. I think it's too high. Yeah, it's too high. Can we reposition? Down, back down. Okay. All right. Okay, all right. I had hoped that here on the side hill, these would this insert would do a bit better in this tire. But honestly, it feels about the same as the silicone here. There's a little bit more, like I feel a little more solid here. And I think that's 100% just because the silicone's a little too stiff for this guy. So these are not the tires for baseline. It does to me feel a little bit like they're aiming directly at the hard body crowd, which I guess should not be surprising. Injora sells a bunch of 313 and 328 hard bodies, so they're making accompanying products. Okay, that felt a little bit better than the silicone. Kind of somewhere in between the silicone and single stage open cell. Now, what I think here is that if they come out with a 2 kg, 3 kg version of the silicone, we might be onto something. That said, if the Canyon Custom Soft were my only option for inserts in the Pro Comps, I would be fine with that. These feel really good. They don't care about temperature. They don't care about water. They do all, I don't know where I went. They do all of the things that you want an insert to do. And they're not overly tire specific. They don't care about temperature. Like I run the exact same inserts in Canyon trails that I do in Tusks. And those are radically different profiles. They're different heights, they're different widths. And they just work. You know, they work, they are not the best, but they're really pretty good at everything. And I think that's what we're seeing here. So, did we learn anything today? Did the prompts from the comments teach us anything? I don't know. I don't think I'm in a position to make that judgment. What we do know is that if your rig is barely 6 pounds and you put Injora silicone inside KLeRMs, it's really terrible. The Chanmoo, even after a Chanmoo chop, they don't get any better. Those are skewer bound. They will be on the skewers before the day is done. And if you have the Pro Comps in hand, just get the Injora silicones, provided your rig is not super lightweight. If you're like under 5 pounds, like me, you're going to be waiting for Injora to come out with inserts that are much softer, or start cutting them up. When I have more than one set in hand, we can work on cutting them up. But for now, they is, as they say, what they is. So, Baseline and I would like to... I brought 2 batteries out. I thought this was going to take longer. Baseline and I would like to thank you for your comments. Thank you for dropping by the canyon. Thank you in advance for commenting below, for liking, subscribing, and at least taking into consideration a channel membership. We love having you here in the canyon. We look forward to seeing you again next time. We hope that in between now and when we meet again, you win and I'll do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We will catch you in the next one. Baseline wants to go put his regular shoes back on.